Good morning, everyone. This is Nilofer ma'am. I hope you all are fine at your homes and your study is going well. So, as you all know that we are doing the syllabus of internal assignment 3. Our subject is English grammar, and in today's video I will explain you lesson 7 of English grammar. Topic of the lesson is agreement of subject and verb. So, in today's topic I will explain you how a verb must be agree with the subject to make a sentence grammatically correct, and we will discuss about it only in this topic. So let's get started. So first of all, let's know what is agreement of subject and verb. The verb must agree with the subject in number and persons for a sentence to be grammatically correct. It is known as the agreement of subject and verb. So as I have already told you that if you have to make a sentence grammatically correct, so the verb must agree with the subject in numbers and persons. So what is the number? The number is singular and plural. And what is the person? First person, second person and third person of pronouns. And that is known as the agreement of subject and verb. That is agreement of subject and verb if your verb is agree with the subject. So although it looks very easy that we can easily understand how we can make a subject agree with the verb, but here are some rules to understand the agreement of subject and verb in a sentence, and we will discuss about that rules only. So let's see the rules. First rule is, if the subject is singular, it will take a singular verb, and if the subject is plural, it will take a plural verb. So it is very clear, if a subject is singular, then we will use a singular verb, and if a subject is plural, then we will use a plural verb. Example, you can see the books are lying on the desk. So here we have used are because the subject is plural, that is books. Second one is Ram goes to school. Here we have used goes because Ram is singular. If at the place of Ram boys will be there, so it will be boys go to school. So that's how the verb is agree with the subject. With the singular subject we have used a singular verb, and with the plural subject we have used a plural verb. Second rule is two or more singular subjects joined by the conjunction and take a plural verb. So two or more than two singular subjects, when they are joined with the conjunction and, so we will use plural verb with the subjects. Example, you can see John and Jane are best friends. So John is singular and Jane is singular. We have joined them with the conjunction and that's why we have used are here. Now the subject is considered as plural. John and Jane are best friends. Rule number 3 is, if there are two subjects in a sentence but together they refer to one idea, a singular verb is used. So if in a sentence two subjects are there but together they are referring to one idea, that time we will use a singular verb with the two subjects. To understand it better, let's see the example. Bread and butter is my favorite breakfast. So in the previous rule we have seen that if we are joining two singular subjects with the conjunction and, that time we have to use plural verb, but here we have used singular verb, that is because bread and butter is referring to one idea only, because they both are the favorite breakfast of someone. That's why we have used is here. Bread and butter, two separate subjects but they are referring to one idea, that's why we have used is. Fourth rule is, if members or units that make up the collective noun are considered as individuals, then we use a plural verb. So if members or units of a collective noun are considered as individuals in a sentence, like we are considering the individual members of a collective noun as subject in a sentence, that time we will use a plural verb. Example, you can see the members of the jury are still divided on their opinion. So here we have considered the members of the jury because the subject is the individual members of jury. The members of the jury are still divided on their opinion, and that's why we have used a plural verb, that is are. Fifth rule is, collective nouns usually take a singular verb. So with collective nouns usually we use a singular verb only. Example, you can see the heard is stampeding, the class was ready for the test. So here heard and class is collective noun and we have used singular verb with the collective nouns. Rule number 6 is, some nouns which end in s take a singular verb. So if the nouns are ending with s, it doesn't mean that they are plural. So some nouns are there which are ending with s, like physics, but they considered as singular nouns, so we will use a singular verb with them. Example, you can see physics is my favorite subject. So here physics is ending with s and we are considering it singular, that's why we have used is here. Seventh rule is with quantifiers such as both, few and many, plural verb is used, while with much always singular verb is used. So if we are talking about the quantifiers which tell the quantity of nouns, quantifiers like both, few and many, with these quantifiers we will use a plural verb, and with a quantifier that is much, we will always use a singular verb. Here you can see the example, both Sonam and Sheena learn music. So here the quantifier is both and Sonam and Sheena. We have used a plural verb, that's why we have used learn here. Second one is much water has flown under the bridge. So here the quantifier is much and we have used a singular verb with it, that is has. Rule number 8 is when two or more subjects are joined by or, nor, either or, neither nor, the verb is according to the subject closest to it. So when two or more subjects are joined in a sentence by using either or, neither nor, or, nor, so we have to use the verb according to the closest subject. Means the subject which is closest to the verb, we will use the verb according to that only. Let's see the example. Either the king or the princess are leading the army in the battle today. So here two subjects are there, that is king and princess, and we have joined them with either or. So that time which is the closest subject, that is princess, and that is plural. Because of it we have used are here. If we will consider the king as a subject, that time we have to use is, but we have to consider the subject which is closest to the verb, and that is princess, and because of princess we have used are here. Either the king or the princess are leading the army in the battle today. Rule number 9 is title of books, movies, novels, etc. are treated as singular. So the title of books, movies, novels, etc. they are always treated as singular. Here example you can see, Holes was one of my favorite books, I want to see the movie. So here Holes is ending with s, but it is considered as singular only because it is the name of a book. Holes was one of my favorite books, I want to see the movie. Rule number 10 is when not only but also is used to combine two subjects, the verb must agree with the subject closest to it. So the same rule will be applied here also. When two subjects are joined with the words like not only but also, so that time we have to use the verb according to the closest subject. Example you can see, not only the students but also the teacher wants to take a day off. So here two subjects are there, that is the students and the teacher, and they are joined with not only but also, and which is the closest subject to the verb, that is the teacher, and according to the teacher we have used here wants. Not only the students but also the teacher wants to take a day off. We have considered the subject which is closest to the verb. Second sentence is not only the parliament but also the state legislatures are required to pass a major constitutional amendment. So here again two subjects are given, that is the parliament and second one is state legislatures. First one is singular and second one is plural, but we have to consider the closest one to the verb which is state legislatures, and because of it we have used are. Not only the parliament but also the state legislatures are required to pass a major constitutional amendment. Here not only and but also is used to join the both subjects, that is the parliament and the state legislatures. Rule number 11 is words and phrases for money, time and distance take a singular verb. So words and phrases which express the time and distance, and when we talk about money, so they take a singular verb. Example you can see, 3 weeks is not enough to complete this assignment. So although 3 weeks is plural but they are referring to time, so that's why we have used a singular verb here, that is. Second example is 5 kilometers is a long distance to walk. So here kilometers is plural but we have considered it as singular, so we have used is here because it is expressing the distance of a place. Rule number 12 is singular nouns that represent an entire class or are plural in meaning take a singular verb. So if a singular noun that represent an entire class or is plural in meaning, that time it will take a singular verb. Here you can see the example, the family is returning tomorrow. So here singular noun is family and it is referring to the entire members of the family. That's why we have used a singular verb here. The family is returning tomorrow. Second one is our class is going for a picnic. So here class is referring to the students of whole class. That's why we have used is here. Our class is going for a picnic. Rule number 13 is when the subject has two nouns or pronouns joined by connectors like as well as, with, along with, in addition to, and together with, the verb agrees with the first one. So if in a sentence the subject has two nouns or pronouns and they are joined by the connectors like as well as, with, along with, in addition to, and together with, so that time the verb will be agree with the first one. Example, you can see the captain as well as his teammates is happy with the score. So here two subjects are there, two nouns are there, that is the captain and his teammates, and they are joined with the connector as well as. So we have considered the first one subject, that is the captain, and according to the captain we have used is here. The captain as well as his teammates is happy with the score. Rule number 14 is when words like each or every are used before a noun, the verb is singular. When each and every are joined with and before a noun, then to, the verb will be singular. So when words like each and every they are used before a noun, that time we will use a singular verb, and when each and every they are joined with the noun, they are used before a noun, then also we will use a singular verb only. Example, you can see each day brings fresh possibilities. So here each is used before the noun, day is noun, and according to it we have used singular verb here, that is brings. Second example is each and every soldier was loyal in the army. So here what is the subject? The subject is soldier, which is a noun, and before the noun each and every is used, and then also we have used a singular verb here. Each and every soldier was loyal in the army. So these were some rules which you have to follow when you have to make your verb agree with the subject, and without knowing these rules you will not be able to make your verb agree with the subject. So this was lesson 7 which I have explained you, agreement of subject and verb. I hope everything is clear to all of you. If still any confusion is there, so you can ask me on the WhatsApp also. I'll meet you in the another explanation video. Till that, keep learning, stay home, stay safe. Bye bye everyone.